Hi, I'm back and the towel's off my head, as you can see. So, still trying. But, yeah, I cut off at a really good time, so it's okay. But as I was saying before, because I'm running ads, um, well, sending the pictures to the newspapers to look for his parents. To say, hey, are you aware that your son wished for a child and got one and he hasn't seen her yet, and wouldn't you like to meet her? And how would you like her to come live with you guys in New York? Because, I don't have time to, and I don't want to. I didn't want one. I wanted to have him be a full-time dad since he's worked for 10 years and has had the freedom to raise a child now that he's got the money and the time to, since he just wasted all last summer playing golf anyway, not knowing what to do with his free time. Well, I could tell you, you could have taken her to swimming classes or gone pool, going to the water slides, and, in the wintertime you could go tobogganing and you could be ice skating and tap dancing and playing ballet and taking her to ballet and all this stuff. He's got the time. I don't. I've just lost almost 20 years of my life and career to men, to relationships, to marriage, to abuse. Now I just wanted to have her have a good fathering figure in her life and family and people that are, settled and successful, and so I could leave and do my thing, even if it meant going to Australia and having a good time down there. So if I got to go there and find his parents, introduce myself to them that way, and then have them, put their noses in, meddling their nose in business I want them to meddle their noses into, so I can get Sarah to a life she should have already had, divorcing the TV show breaks that she should have had with CSI. Like, the whole thing got screwed up. Look, my children are not my mother's children. A woman's children do not belong to another woman. It is wrong, dead wrong. A woman has children because she wants children, and those children are her children. But if a woman is forced to have a child that she doesn't want, she doesn't have to keep it. I don't care how old you are. And you don't have to be forced to raise children that you don't want, that you didn't want, that you didn't ask for, and pretend like you're having a good time doing it when you're not. There's nothing in a rule book anywhere in this world that says that our women are supposed to be the caregivers, that they're supposed to be the ones that do the most amount of work. No way, man, I'm sick of that. Where is the father? Where are the men? There's tons of men out there that have the time, the money, and the freedom to raise their children on their own. And we're starting to see that inclination happen in the 21st century. Women are busy working to other things. They don't want to spend their entire lives raising kids. That's not their job. And with a man that's worked for so many years, they have that freedom. So go ahead and do it. And Tom Welling is one of them. I'm actually very disappointed. I'm sad. I'm sad that he was willing to stay away from her this long, thinking that somehow staying away from her this long would change my mind about what this happens to be, an accident, something I didn't ask for, didn't need, didn't want. And then no matter how old she gets, it's not going to get better for me or easier, whether she's 2 or 22. The only thing that's going to make me happy is having her go live with a father in America who's going to then be able to provide for her and give her the things I can't. Nor do I have the time to, nor do I have the desire to. That my mom can't and never will. My daughter should not be sleeping in my mom's bed till she's 13. They should not be sharing a double bed or a couch. Right now that little girl's confused. She can't cuddle with me because my mom is who she sleeps with every single day. Every night. I don't want to be there to watch that. That's not okay. Yes, maybe I would have liked to have had a child that wanted to cuddle up to her mommy, but a child that's secure enough and brave enough and happy enough to know how to sleep in her own bed and be comfortable and not have nightmares and understand that comfort like my oldest did. I had no troubles with the first one. So I really do put the blame on men, especially Jonathan and Tom and anybody like CSI, CBS that could have gotten involved and helped that didn't. I do blame those people for disrupting my life even more by not helping when they had the time and opportunity to do so. Well, it's none of our business. We're not going to help you. We're just going to see how long it takes you to get out of this mess. We're just going to sit back and watch and wait. What? And you want to be friends with me after all this? Are you kidding me? Why would I want to have anything to do with any of you? I'll have to change the course of action and thought of what I was looking to do, artistically and creatively speaking. I'm 37, and I just lost 7 years of my life with a relationship with a guy I thought was a man when I met him. I fell in love with the man and thought he was going to behave like a man after he walked away from me. Boy, was I dead wrong. His mother has never worked, never had a job, never had money. All she knows how to do is pretend to think she's a mom or a parent. She knows nothing about life. She has horrible parenting skills. She's ruined their sons' lives and ruined mine, and the women in those sons' lives, for failing to know how to do her job right. To understand that after they've left home, she's done her job. That after they left home, it's time for her to think about herself. Go back to school. Get a real estate license. Get a job. Think about yourself. Take a vacation. You don't make things worse for the son that kissed a girl that said, "Oh, I think I like you. I know you like me," and then say, "Oh, I'm going to make it worse by keeping them apart, by doing whatever I can to make sure they never see each other." I don't wish them happiness, because it worked. That's what she did. I don't know what to say or do about people that like to keep things apart or make things painful and make things worse. It doesn't make me stronger. It doesn't make me more artistic. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't help with the amends. Now, if ever there had been a marriage or a wedding, if there had ever been a time of engagement because he loved me enough to apply for a credit card he could have had the summer I met him, I laugh at how early he and I could have owned a house, how quickly my debts could have been paid, how soon we could have settled down to buying a truck and having a life of our own and thinking about having children. I laugh at the 7 years I just lost. And I laugh at the mentality of people that think, "Oh, my children are my children, they're my life, and they're allowed to stay children until they're 40. Excuse me? 40 is not a child. 40 is old. That's late. You can't bloom at 40. What can you do in 40? You work till you're 60, you get 20 years, but you never leave where you are. You don't travel or do anything. We only live 100 years. That's almost half your life gone. Sex doesn't get better in your 40s. It gets harder because you get tired. You're older. The bunny rabbit, the jackrabbit phase, the 30s is gone. I wanted 5 kids. Had I been with him right in these 7 years, I would have already had 4 because I had 1. Then would have had 3 with him. Then I would have had 1 to spare for my 40s before my eggs were up. But I would have had a perfect life because I already had my job skills. I just needed a man that was willing to work to help support what I was doing by fixing up my truck so I don't have to take them into shops, by becoming a mechanic, fixing cars and selling them for fun, for hobby. My world is wrecked. Now I'm living somebody else's version, somebody else's idea of what they wanted, what they desired for their kids. Hers. Whatever that was. She was afraid I was going to have 3 sons and she didn't want any more sons. She wanted daughters. I don't know. Or what her logic was for seeing me get pregnant with another child that wasn't her son's. Watching me desperately wish the adopted father would come into the picture to get it and take it to Hollywood, give it the life she should have. Instead of me watching her sleep with my mom. So I'm going to go further away, do my thing. People are going to watch, get to know me, get to know my story, and see how little support and help there is in this country. I'm not a prime minister. I'm not a politician. And I'll never be one. I could play one. But I hate politics. I'm an anarchist. I didn't turn punk as a kid for nothing. I am a rebel with a cause, and I do understand the rebellion. From my British descent, I get it. I'm sick of war. I'm sick of hate. I'm sick of fighting. I'm sick of law. I'm sick of bad people that make it necessary to have these things in place. And I'm sick of the people that think they're good, that aren't, that don't do enough to show how good they are. Like people who say they're good, but have never done anything for anybody poor in their lives. You can't give me this excuse, well, there's jobs out there everywhere. Or if you want to work bad enough, you can. That has nothing to do with being generous and doing something kind because it's in you to do. Because it feels good to give. It feels better that way. But I've been on that side of reward. I know how good it feels to give people stuff, knowing how much they love it, like Jaren's gifts. I know for 20 years Jaren Lowenstein will be grumpy. Because there's not going to be a girl in the world that will ever be able to do what I did for him for last Christmas gifts. Ever. I don't care who he marries. It doesn't matter down the road. In 20 years from now, he's going to be looking at what he got from me. And she's going to be like, wow, I get it. And then she's going to be upset and jealous because she wasn't the one to do that for him. But at the same time, she's got to understand that she'll be the one that's married to him. Do you know what I mean? So she's going to have that other side of it. But I'm just saying, I am like that. I'll take my left shoe off my foot to give it to you if your shoe's talking back at you because you need new ones and I can see your socks. And I'll know the reward of that, where people don't. I don't know what I'm going to do if I make it to New York with my CD popular on this side of the country. I may or may not get a music video made in Toronto. We'll see. If those shirts get sold by the time I get to Montreal, I can have my surgery. That would be freaking great. But if I get to New York and I'm still flat busted, I'm going to be confused. Because there's no reason why I should have. By now, the money I needed for the land I needed in Muskoka for the Fantasy Island stuff and everything else I wanted to do should have already been done. So I'm just flabbergasted. Where's my money? Mentally, it's all there. The artistic thinking and the work I put into the efforts necessary to have it, but the support isn't there because the love isn't there. The generosity. You know that song from 20 years ago, we are the world, we are the children. We are the ones that make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. Well, all you're doing is literally saving your life. You're forgetting the point of the song was about us coming together to save all of us. We couldn't stand together in a circle holding hands, we are the world, because it doesn't matter now. People don't feel anything. I don't know how we went from a generation of people that care to a generation that don't. Outside of their immediate selves and the self-reward. But that's what's happened. I'm like the Degrassi TV show over here in Canada, which some of you guys might have watched in the States. But what is it? The spirit of Degrassi is gone. Even in the generation of my people, my age, who watched it and grew up. It's gone. Another thing with the Degrassi song, No Words, it's on my YouTube page that you might have seen. I'm going to probably do, like, you know, a video or play it there in Toronto when I get there. Maybe I'll go find the Degrassi set and just show up there and bug Stefan. We'll see what happens. Comes down to gas, man. Right now I have like $600 a month for fuel to deal with. $600, but it's coming every few weeks to get me to where I'm going, and whatever I make for busking, it's only CDs. So, I mean, I gotta figure something out. But I'm gonna take the road test here just to say, yeah, I can drive and live in Ontario again if I want. But anyways, it's hurting because I don't have my camera on the road camera with me, so I can't take video shots out there when I'm going to do my shows and stuff. Maybe at the end of this month there'll be a camera to go with me for the rest of the trip. Because the camera that I just bought, the little blue one, well, my daughter's supposed to get that. Now it's lost in her room somewhere. I actually want a camcorder, handheld, HD, all that stuff. I want a better camera. So it's investment I need, especially for my Now TV things as I shoot across to the PEI. If I'm brave enough to go that far. I'm so scared of snow and cold settling in so fast again, and with how much the earth has cooled down, we don't get warm summers anymore. I can remember being 12 and 13, where we would get summers in the 40s. 40 plus. I have no idea what that is over there in America. I don't do math. But that's hot. It's May 13th, it's still cold here, and I'm in Ontario, I'm scared. I'm like, no, I don't think I want to go to the Bay of Fundy. It's gonna snow if I do. So I might just get as far as Montreal and be satisfied, and after I settle out in the States, I can come back and do a holiday later on down the road to finish off the Maritimes. But if I gotta go to New York to find his parents and do some stint on NBC with David Letterman or bring back an old show that can redo episodes anytime, like what the hell? I don't know, NYPD Blue. I don't know, something. Who knows? But I'm not gonna do days or soap operas. Not until after the surgery and the weight loss is done. Never get me on camera this size. Forget it. I want to get this body I worked my ass off to get to before giving birth to Tom's baby. I'm going to close on this. Sperm does not make a father. A father makes a father. And I knew that child was his the minute she was born. And because I knew what was happening to us mentally, I understood he wasn't there to put one in me. For himself to stop what was happening to me physically from being assaulted and raped and abused by people. He couldn't do anything. He was powerless because he didn't know where I was. And I couldn't reach him. So that baby happened because of what was happening to us when we knocked heads. She's here, and when you see her, you can see she looks like his. And I'm going to take the pictures I've got to his parents' place. How would you like your grandbaby? Because you got one. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what's going on. I'll keep in touch. Thanks for watching Now TV. If you have any questions or comments, please leave below. And you're welcome to order the tattoos and the t-shirts anytime. I'm still trying to get my S-pins made. I gave the guy the credit card information and everything, but I haven't been able to tell him to go ahead and make those. But it's to come. Alright, guys. Peace out. Teen, if you're watching, you're listening, hang in there. I'm coming for you. We'll exchange hugs. I swear. Okay. Out, guys. Peace.